How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Rule Thirds, your favorite film culture podcast, exclusive to rulethirds.com, yada, 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 cliche. Today we are going to be talking about a film. Oh, wow, this is going to be a great discussion. We're talking about Pixels, the film that has been critically panned on just every level. Unfortunately, it has to do with something we all truly do love. But that's only going to make the discussion just as interesting. My name is Larry.
My name is Sean.
And my name is Max.
Players, grab your quarters. Okay, so, let's not waste any time.
Wait,
Sean,
yes, we should waste some time by talking
Sean,
about.
let's go do Community.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
We can't talk about how.
We are not in a place right now.
Yeah,
to
yes,
talk
we
about
are.
moods.
Yes, we are. I am in a great mood today. You know why? Friends, let me tell you about a legend of a restaurant. It's called In-N-Out. If you've tasted the heavens, you've probably tasted In-N-Out. I'm gonna take Sean right after this recording to go eat some In-N-Out. He's probably not gonna think it's as good as I do, but I'm excited anyway, and that's what makes me so hyped. And we also built today a Lego Hulkbuster, and that was cool.
And like Scarlet Witch and Ultron and Iron Man and Hulk, and it was a great big Lego building party. It was really fun. Mm-hmm. And my mom was visiting pretty much all week since last recording, and she just left today. It was a great visit, but I'm very tired.
Yeah. By the way, I want to put this on the record. This week has been weird to me. It's been very strange. But I will say I'm kind of proud of the fact that I can now say that people have walked out of my movies. I know I was sad about it. I had I actually showed a Rule Thirds video to an audience of professionals and college people. And some of the people walked out. And I'm actually kind of proud that they did now. Because who can say that people walked out of the theater for their movies? I'm just saying.
Yeah, not me. I'm talented, so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same.
At least I can live with it.
A strange thing that neither
Look,
of us
when you put away the fact that you're not talented, you actually accomplish a lot of happiness when people walk out.
Well, speaking of which, I cut together a 30-second trailer for Place Beyond the Pines at my internship.
Nice.
And this upcoming week, I'm overcutting it with Blu-ray footage and then sending it to everyone in the office. In the highly professional, highly prestigious trailer editing office. I'm going to send them my little junk. Anyway, I think it's good.
And wait, it's just like sort of a
teaser.
Is it for a project or is it for like whatever?
Basically, they have really good professional editing software. They have a lot of resources, and so they had Place Beyond the Pines split up in audio tracks ready for them to edit trailers for. And so I got to use that footage, and that's the movie I chose because I had an idea by watching it. Long story. And so throughout my internship, I have been editing a 30-second I picture it as like a YouTube pre-roll. Like it's a very quick. You get the gist of the movie and you move on. It's very simple, but I think it's good. My opinion swings around, but I'm approaching maybe people walking out of their offices at how horrible it is because it's sent an email.
Send an email to Sean regarding your trailer. It sucks. I hate it. It's SUX for sucks.
Yeah.
And then
nice.
You're fired.
So tune in next week for how that goes.
Yeah.
Because I'm nervous.
I actually really liked Place Beyond the Pines. Excuse me. That was a very well done film.
Yeah, no, it's good. It didn't blow me away, but I enjoyed it. And there's one specific thing that I just grabbed onto and said this can make a really good 30-second spot. And voila, I made it. So anyway, enough about us. Let's talk about
you, Larry.
But he didn't care to ask us. I'm not going to care to ask him. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I should just put it out there that I'm going to be gone for a bit.
Yep.
I'm going up to a job upstate where, unfortunately, I won't have my laptop or my microphone. So, unfortunately, I won't be sticking around for the most of August, really, all of it actually, for Rule Thirds episodes. Which, unfortunately, I'm going to be missing out on quite a number of great movies.
Yes,
hopefully.
And you've got you've got your buddies Max and Sean.
Yeah, Max and Sean are going to be.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if all goes well next week, we will actually have the very first and perhaps only Rule Thirds podcast where all the hosts are in the same place.
Yep. So, and that'll be the only time because then we're heading out.
Yeah.
So
we're I'm leaving on the 1st back home.
I'm leaving on the 4th. So, anyway, enough about us. Let's talk about you guys, the community.
Yeah, let's do Community, please.
Yeah, that was fun though. Good to catch up. So we've got comments from Whitley and Seth. shocking news there. Basically, Seth says, in regards to Comic-Con, Hall H is getting too big to be manageable. Disney, Lucasfilm, Marvel, they're jumping ship. He says it's a sign that it's outlived its use. It's become more of an expo for press rather than for casual fans. It's a difference between E3 and PAX, and video game people will understand that kind of what he means by that.
Video game people will understand a lot of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. And he says he hasn't seen Ant-Man. He's going to wait till DVD. They still make those, right? I think so. Or you can just rent it through iTunes
Probably
or
going to wait.
something.
It's a Marvel movie. You should probably, if you want to be just in the discussion. Sure, we weren't the biggest fans of it, but I would still suggest that you check it out.
I was a very big fan
Okay,
of
fine.
it.
Sean and
Speak
I
for
weren't the biggest
yourself.
fans of it, but it's probably best that you go see it anyway just so you can be involved in the conversation.
Again,
Go see it.
Movie tickets might be expensive. We understand. He also said a discussion idea for us. The ever-present issue of representation. When it is lacking, when it is overdone, when it is done improperly, and of course what kinds of representation are still falling behind. I mean, I guess we can talk about this. The danger we run into is being three white guys talking about representation in cinema.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's
It's
such
kind
a
of like
loaded
three guys on
conversation.
Fox News. They're all white. They're talking about racism.
Yeah.
And I was like,
so,
racism doesn't
let's just
exist.
briefly talk it now. Representation that's behind pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
honestly, guys, I'm optimistic. I was recently looking at the Civil War casting, Marvel Civil War, because, I'm obsessed with that upcoming movie. I'm really excited for it. And I realized that, the diversity is getting there. It's not perfect by any means, but it is getting there. It's certainly better than it has been. So,
And Marvel leading the charge is a good thing.
yeah,
considering
and
how much
Star
money it
Wars
is.
are two protagonists. We have a female protagonist.
And a man of color.
Yeah, so maybe these big juggernaut blockbusters can actually push this diversity. So...
Yeah, and let me just say, I'm sorry, regarding Seth, grown too big to be manageable, it's huge. We had an hour and 45-minute conversation on the matter. I don't think it's outlived its use at all. I think, in fact, it's kind of at its peak. Sure, Marvel wasn't there, and a little bit more exciting stuff was happening, but I really don't think it's outlived its use at all. In fact, I think it's only going to grow bigger from here, so I don't know what you're talking about, buddy.
I'm glad we were talking about social issues and stuff, and you're like, all right, we're back to Comic-Con.
Okay, listen, I'm a nerd, and we're going to make sure that's very clear when we're reviewing this movie.
Yeah.
But seriously, yes, I do agree, Sean. I think the representation needs to be up twofold, but I think
I
a
would
lot of our generation, when they go into the industry, I think they're going to push for that a lot more.
Yeah, but also, when I say I'm optimistic, I do realize that I'm in the position where it does not hurt for me to sit back and wait for society to fix it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Right, exactly.
I'm not at the wrong end of this because I'm white and male. It's kind of... So I understand that my opinion's kind of lessened. So me, the privileged youth I am, saying... Society will get there. I understand that can come across bad, but I do think we should have optimism. But keep pushing for it. And big studios, I know you're listening, keep pushing it. So
Please do.
Optimism.
Yay.
People will see whatever the heck you throw at them that looks good. Doesn't matter what people are. I mean, Fast and Furious, y'all. That movie made over $1 billion and has a pretty diverse cast.
Actually, it does.
Yeah, it does actually have
good
a
for them.
diverse cast.
Now, let's switch the opposite of that and just talk about a bunch of white people in pixels.
Yeah, are we
Did
ready
we
to
really,
get...
did we really cover it all?
Oh, no, sorry, Whitley.
No, not...
Yeah, I was
oh.
waiting for Whitley's
Yeah,
comment.
Whitley said I haven't seen Ant-Man yet for... ... mystery intrigue. Complicated reasons, but I want to. I'll let you know by Monday, hopefully, what I thought of it. Probably via Twitter or something.
Thanks for the update.
Well, Whitley, we're recording this on Saturday, so I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah.
I decided to go into mysterious voice there. I don't know why.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry. We're recording this on Saturday, so we won't hear what you said about Ant-Man. Everyone, tune in
Can we
next
guess?
week for what
Yeah.
Whitley thought about Ant-Man.
Can we guess? I think he thought it was okay.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's get to the meat. Meat and potatoes. This pixelated meat.
Okay.
What? Like, okay.
Let's
we got to do our thesis. Yeah.
Okay, let's change the subject and change the mood.
Gee, Sean,
We're
what do
gonna-
you think Larry thought of this movie? I just cannot tell.
We're gonna talk.
He
you know
is
what,
just-
you know what,
he's a
Max?
close book.
You know what, Max? You know what, Max? Stop it. All right, I'm not gonna walk in. I'm not gonna walk into this.
Oh my
God.
God.
With I'm not gonna walk into a discussion about this movie, faking or trying to pose or a facade or mystery intrigue. Okay.
We're dead on. By the way. Yeah,
For
yeah.
those of you who don't know how we do things around here, we give our little mini theses about what we thought of the movie, give a grade, and then we go into spoiler territory after that. For those of you who dare give your money to this film, so
Subtle.
I'm gonna ask Sean to go first because host never goes first.
It's true. Okay, my thesis is pretty straightforward. This movie sucks. It's a bad movie. There's some absolutely stunning visual effects and the action shot well, and I love the climax because it focuses just on the amazing visuals and the stupid characters aren't talking with their stupid writing. So that's there. However, the it's not funny. It's just not a funny movie, and the story is really bland and does exactly what you think. And there's just so many cringeworthy things. The romance is stupid as well. It's just a bad movie. But I'm also kind of against the people freaking out because there isn't much to freak out about. It's just a really bad movie. Let's move on. I don't think the outrage is justified unless you're trying to get a ton of views, and your claim to fame is you screaming at an Adam Sandler movie. I don't know if you want that on your tombstone. Whatever, shots fired. I'm going to give Pixels a 3 out of 10. It's a bad movie, but I think we can just move on. So stop freaking out, Internet.
Max, let us hear it.
I don't know if either of you have watched the original Pixels short, which is available, I believe, on machinima.com and youtube.com/machinima.
Sponsored.
But that short is really cool. It's really cool and really dark because it is a bunch of 8-bit characters just destroying places. And what's really cool is that it looks beautiful, and the Pixels feature film, the adaptation, shares that in that the visual effects look beautiful. However, everything else that is in the movie Pixels and not the short film are completely pointless, such as the plot, the characters, the comedy, pretty much everything that you tried to put into this movie to make it not the short is bad. So really, what you're just doing is taking a really nice little short film that had no plot, no characters, and that was fine, and just kind of screwing it up big time. And that's why I'm going to also give Pixels a 3 out of 10, because I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think there are some moments that are funny, and those visual effects, man, are just so good. And I like the music they chose for certain segments, which actually means a lot to me. So I don't think it's terrible, but it is trash.
It's
and
watchable.
Yeah, go watch the original short. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to pay a lot of money to see it in 3D. You just watch it, and it's good.
Yeah, sorry, I made Max buy the tickets for the 3D
$33 for this crap.
Look, I bought for the last 2 movies. It was only fair. Anyway, back to you, Larry.
3D showing.
Wow, why do you guys... Oh, my God.
We get more
AMC, they suck.
And we get more talkative
Yeah.
when it's in person. So sorry, audience, if it's a bit more pattery.
14 bucks, dude. That's it. 2 tickets, $14.
Nice.
We called
was-
it. I just want to say,
no.
we called it.
totally-
Oh my God, was it really easy to call? Okay, look, here's the thing. All right, I sound very mad about this film. I get that it's coming off, but let's be very fair here. Sean's right. This is not cultural genocide bad. This film is not. This film is not like career destroying bad. I'm sure
Adam
all
Sandler
of these
survived
people.
so many career-destroying
I
movies.
know,
It's ridiculous.
seriously, it's ridiculous. I'm sure that Peter Dinklage and Josh Gad and even Michelle Monaghan are all
Chris
going to move
Columbus,
on to do
hopefully.
great things after this film. But this is another pure example of why Adam Sandler and Happy Madison should not be making anything resembling art, because it's terrible. It's absolute donkey turd. And
I'm so upset we're censored because that was painful to listen to.
I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. And the worst part, and I hear a lot of people saying this movie is being disingenuous about its source material, and I'm like, what are you talking about? There was no love for the source material to begin with. This was a cash grab on nostalgia, and I get that. It could have been worse. Admittedly, there are some jokes that are pretty good. As we've already mentioned, the visual effects are stunning, and there are actually some interesting concepts in this movie. And similar to what we did in SML Studios a while back, if you take those concepts, maybe rework them a little bit, rewrite the god awful dialogue, you might have a really great movie.
No, we're not doing it. I'm not.
No,
We're not.
No,
We're not.
We can't save this one, guys.
Not even us. The cinematic gods we are could save it.
I could save this one. Anyway, I'm going to also
please.
concur, and I'm going to give them a 3. I'm going to give this film a 3 out of 10.
Yes,
as well.
we did it.
So this is the first film ever in Rule Third's history where we all completely agree
Also,
on the grade.
The points we totally agree on.
Yeah, it's like we're all on the same page. This might be
we
a short
agree
one,
on
guys.
this film. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Anyway, so that's a 3 out of 10. It's bad. Don't see Pixels.
3 out of
Don't
10
give
is
Adam
bad.
Sandler your money. Wait for it to come out on Netflix or on TV. I don't know.
Not even then.
Maybe not
Just
even
watch
then.
the original short. Seriously.
Which
Yeah,
I wanna
you're gonna
see, I
get.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, you're gonna get everything that's good out of this film from the short. So just watch the short.
You guys
All
haven't
right.
even watched the short, have you?
I don't care. You pretty much summed it
Don't
up pretty
be
well.
disingenuous about the source material. Go watch the
What?
short.
I looked
guys.
it up
Good.
on. Look, I looked up the short on Wikipedia. I got pretty much the gist of it. All right, so there you go. Let's put up the red tape. This is spoiler territory now, and
And I'll just say this, guys, before we go into complete spoiler territory, there really isn't much to spoil.
Yeah, what is there to
The marketing
spoil?
has really just kind of shown you all the action beats. There's nothing big here.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that if you still want to avoid spoilers, here we go. But really,
But I mean,
there's
we
not...
are going to. We do need to delve into some very specific plot points.
Sure.
Yeah.
For me to get my opinion across. So,
Sure.
for those of you who care about being spoiled for Pixels,
Leave now.
all right. So leave now. Hey guys, I guess JFK shot first. You guys know that?
One funny line.
That
JFK
wasn't
shot
even-
first.
No, I thought that was
hated
like
that
that just came out of nowhere. I'm like, you know what? That was just stupid enough to be kind of funny.
So where do we start?
You know what? Here's what's funny. I've already said all my thoughts on this stupid movie. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have any outrage. Like, oh my
I
god,
don't
do you guys
either.
remember the Man of Steel review? Do you remember the Pacific Rim review? The younger
Yeah.
me that would have the fiery like Pixels can't
And yet
do
you
that.
didn't completely destroy the Lone Ranger, even though it totally deserved it.
No, the Lone Ranger was just the most mediocre thing ever. This
Lone Ranger's
movie
terrible.
is just bad. Like, okay, we could get into specifics, but
Kind of like A Good Day to Die Hard for me. It's just
oh no,
bad.
that was unpleasantly bad. This was just awkwardly, unfunnily bad.
Exactly.
But
That's
I
how I
sat
would
through
describe it.
Pixels. You know what? I'll give it this. Maybe that's why I wasn't lower. I was entertained. That doesn't mean it's good. That means that I was at least watching it okay. So that's a very low bar.
Action beats were the only thing I would say for that. Like, seeing that kind of stuff was really cool.
So yeah, you know what? Let's start positive.
Yeah.
That'll take like
yeah,
5
let's
seconds.
talk about
so
the action. The action.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to end a sentence with, the good thing about Pixels is...
yeah. There's
Yeah.
like one ending. Like Mad Libs, it's like one thing to fill in that blank.
Well, you know, Max, the good thing about Pixels is it's got very good visuals. It has
It
probably
does.
some of the most.
It's
and you know,
fully realized visual effects.
yeah, it's fully realized. And well, okay, we can talk about how consistent the plot deals with it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Jeez.
but I mean, I think you know there could have been so many interesting ways you could have played with this kind of a concept. You know, seeing these characters come out, and I think just the idea of the cubes and how they like surge and stuff, especially that moment where we see the individual one like in the cage. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
I thought
I mean,
they're very good. Just very good.
I've seen it a lot recently. Movies are figuring out when things are destroyed, it's super satisfying if they like split into a bunch of pieces. Like what comes to mind is Age of Ultron when they were tearing apart those robots in the finale. Like that was satisfying. Like they just were ripped to shreds. Especially that shot with Quicksilver in slow motion where you're like boom, boom, boom. And so this is the same thing. Everything looked so cool. And the lasers, they weren't normal guns. They were these cool flashy lasers. Were just boom.
They were just they were literally just shooting light.
Right.
Like,
They were just like shooting these pixelated things, which looked great on itself, like 3-dimensional 8-bit. It looked awesome. And they were just scattering, and it was colorful. It was bright. This looked awesome.
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah, it
the
did.
only reason I would say maybe check out this movie. So like fast forward it, not if it's not an action scene, fast forward, but maybe watch it when it's on Netflix or whatever. Because no, there are some great moments.
There are.
Yeah, there are.
The
There are.
destruction of these pixelated monsters. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
does.
I'll also say this. I'm kind of glad, in fact, I'm pretty sure this was completely intentional, that they marketed this movie with stuff like just the visual
Yeah.
effects. Because that one of Pac-Man eating San Francisco, that's probably going to be... That might be one of my favorite posters ever, now that I think about it. It's just so iconic and, like, so simple, but really beautiful. Even though he's not nearly that size, they don't even talk about San Francisco. Whatever. I'm just, like... It's a beautiful, like, image, and I'm glad that they... You know, I remember... when that came out, everybody's like, "Man, Pixel's gonna suck. It's gonna be terrible." But really, these posters are so great.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone loved
Yeah,
Frozen.
yeah, that's what the first thing I thought when I saw the trailer for this movie. I was like, "Wow, these visuals look really cool."
Yeah,
Like,
and
I'm
they were.
totally down. And also Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he looked
I
awesome.
love Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Pac-Man looked the best for me.
No, Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Okay, Donkey Kong did look really
Donkey
good.
Kong.
It wasn't like Donkey Kong from the Donkey Kong Country television show. If you guys,
Oh, I do.
If
Yeah,
you understand
I know,
that.
I know about that. I got.
I get
you,
that.
I got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I understood that
weird.
reference.
I understood that reference.
Anyway, may I just say, the only other positive thing that's related to action, that's why I want to bring it up now, I really enjoyed the climax.
I did
Especially
too.
when it was going to We Will Rock You, the really epic remix they did.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was great. Like that was a legitimately really good climax because it was to We Will Rock You. So like it wasn't dead serious. It was light enough. But you know what? The kind of orchestral like background, it was a little echoey. Like it actually had some epicness to it. And like even seeing maybe it was just We Will Rock You was great. Queen is great, but. With that music, it made Adam Sandler jumping around with a hammer look cool. So good job.
I just wish that trailer hadn't spoiled it for me. Like that
You mean
part,
a stunt double? Adam Sandler's obvious stunt
That's
double?
true.
Oh yeah. I mean, it'll always look like visual effects
Oh my
like
god,
them
the
running
shot
around.
where he was moonwalking. Did anyone else
Oh
notice
yeah,
that
it
was
cut to
clearly
his
a stunt
feet when it was
double's legs?
actually moonwalking. Like,
Oh, I didn't notice that, but now I do, and it's terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just want to say that like climax was actually very enjoyable. It's rather short.
Their
but
selection
it
of the
has-
music was great.
Yes, and
You
more than
noticed
just
they
that.
pulled a Guardians of the Galaxy pretty much. They just
Oh,
played
yeah,
a bunch
totally.
of late
like
70s
that
songs.
first song, I don't know what it is, but I want to know what it is because I really like that song. Also, gotta give it up for Everybody's Working for the Weekend and Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which had
And it's
little
funny.
sense to do with
Gad.
anything.
Yeah.
Josh Gad.
It's funny.
Oh my
Josh
God.
Gad can sing. He's been on
Yeah,
Broadway.
he can really
So
sing.
I think that was him. I don't
But
think.
no, it was. But he wasn't singing
It was
that
absolutely-
great because it was like in character. It was like Josh Gad, you can actually sing. Come on, man. Let's
Well, no,
I
I
know.
think
belt
he,
it out. Like
I think
he was
singing
fine.
pretty well. Like
yeah, not as well as he could.
it made
'cause I've
again,
actually
it
heard
made
him.
no sense with his character or the situation that was happening. In fact, all of those shots made no difference on whatever was
Yeah.
happening. In fact, they just seemed to be supposed to be just a transition from one page to the next, just to demonstrate the effects of time. That's not good, but it was good singing.
Yeah, and I actually
Then he started dry humping the stage.
That just
Yeah.
what the
That
heck
got
was
weird.
that?
Okay, you know
I
what?
think
You know
got
what?
weird.
We can get to the comedy or lack thereof in a second.
Comedy.
Yeah.
That's the comedy. Is that
But,
you
like-
called it comedy?
So with visuals, like also I'd like the beginning with the like when they were playing the video games and like the screens are behind them and it feels and we saw it in 3D and I'm actually quite glad I saw it in 3D.
Yeah, it was nice in 3D.
It was
yeah.
Oh,
actually
no
very
wonder
good
you
3D.
paid so much. You
Yeah,
saw it in
listen,
3D.
I didn't ask for this.
Oh my god, Max! Don't use that phrase.
Yeah, I love when like you see like the scores
Adam
and the
Jesse.
game and the graphics like behind like in like they're totally. It's like they really are immersed.
Yeah, no,
in the
that
game.
was cool. So here's what you should do, audience, because it's like the only actually good thing. You watch the very beginning for those cool like video game implementing visuals, and then you watch the climax because there's a "We Will Rock You" segment, and there's just it again, like I said in the spoiler free whatever thesis, the characters shut up, the writing shuts up, and it moves at a good pace. So you just get to watch them blow up video game characters. That's what you should go to see.
Yeah, that's what makes this.
and that's like 10 minutes. That's all you need to see. You don't need the whole movie of
Yeah,
funny.
that's what makes this thing go 3 points up from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
that's the
everything
saving
else
grace.
is not that.
It would
Everything
be an
else
awful
is
movie.
bad.
I would give it a
Okay.
1, but that action, well done.
That actually, like,
That action.
I wish.
That action.
Good lord,
That
I would
action,
only
those
ask for
visuals.
somebody to remake this and like make it everything else good, and then you wouldn't change. You wouldn't have to change the action sequences
Honestly,
at all.
make it a video game. That'd
Yeah.
be really fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Make it no. We'll make our own little phantom edit of Pixels, which is just the beginning, all the action scenes in the climax.
Oh, Phantom
Done.
Edit. Yeah, nice.
Done.
That's
So,
Um,
anyway, okay.
okay.
Actually, can I also say something?
Yes.
See, that is
Jeez,
the
that
sound I
pause.
make. That is the sound I make when I'm trying to think of the other good things about this movie.
Nice. Oh, you implemented the awkward silence. Well done, Max.
Okay, let me start off on the bad side.
Well,
of this
okay.
which is everything else by saying that. So the worst kind of bad movies, in my opinion, are the ones where you see glimmers of actually smart ideas.
Yeah, I can tell you what the worst part of this movie is for
I
me.
saw
Because of that.
saw some legitimately decent ideas.
Yeah, I'm wondering
Do you know
did
what I
this
saw,
and
Larry? Do you know what I saw in this movie that made me kind of unhappy about it?
What?
I saw Chris Columbus's direction. I saw his style.
Oh.
And Chris
Oh,
Columbus
yeah.
is a man who has made great stuff. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is a freaking great movie. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is a good movie. But the main point is Sorcerer's Stone is a great movie. And I
Home
can
Alone
tell.
is also a great movie too.
What?
Home Alone.
Yes, another great movie. Like this is stuff that he's known for doing. I believe he also wrote Gremlins. Like
However, can't we agree that he might be a little past his heyday, and this movie does feel a little
yes,
90s?
but I just Oh, it feels very 90s.
It's incredibly 90s.
But the thing is, I really do appreciate Chris Columbus and all he's done, and the fact that I can see that he put effort into this crap is really kind of really just kind of like disappointing. Because I thought if he would direct it, like you can see some movies from directors who do not actually care. It was studio mandated. They just wanted to direct a movie and get a paycheck so they could go make other stuff. Kind of like what Gus Van Sant did with his Psycho remake. Just that kind of stuff. But here, it's like he actually wanted to implement his own style, and not at any point did he ever look at the script and say, I don't really think I should direct this. I really think that I should tell the writers to go write something good. Or the writer.
That's funny, Max. You act like someone actually proofread this script before they decided to sign on.
All right, so Larry,
that's cute.
What was your... What do you see? I'm curious because you put this in your thesis. Like, this seems pretty major for you. So what ideas?
Okay, well, I like the idea that the reason the gamers, the arcaders as they're called, were good at the games was because of patterns. I like that idea.
It never did anything with that.
I know they never did any.
Yeah.
I never. Hey! I never said the ideas were well executed.
Yeah.
I said that there were some good ideas.
Wait, patterns? Wait, help me out, guys. What are you talking about?
I remember when they were like, "I was good at the games. You have to recognize the pattern," and Donkey Kong didn't have a pattern, so that's why he lost.
Oh,
yeah. Again, it was really poorly implemented. They could have done so much better. But I like the idea that the reason the arcaders have the edge is because they see the pattern. So that gives them sort of a reason to be there. It gives a reason why the president relies on gamers.
On that, to stay in the positive a little bit, I was worried this was going to be turned into a big self-serving, oh yeah, gamers, pat on the back.
It's not even about anything.
And also that's something aforementioned person getting their claim to fame by screaming at this movie.
For God.
I don't know.
Why
I'm not
even
name
mention
names.
it?
I think it's a little ridiculous.
I'm glad
how
that specific critic is getting the attention he deserves. I'm sorry, I do.
Why I say that, like, it surprisingly didn't have that really awkward feeling to it where it's like, we're gamers, celebrate us. It was like, hey, they actually knew how to do this. They're like the best at this. And they were celebrated after they legitimately did stuff. So yay. So that was one positive. And like, that's something with the patterns. Like, it did justify the characters being there. It wasn't just wish fulfillment. I mean, it kind of was. And like, the gamers needed, someday all these skills will save the world. It's all the Call of Duty players like, I'm so good at this, I could probably be good at the army. It had a little bit of that, but not as much as it could have,
Yeah, I mean, can I say something positive, actually, real quick?
Whoa.
I just wanted to think about.
Okay.
Oh, wow, crazy.
I'm sorry, Larry, I'm sorry. I really, I don't know why, but I really appreciated the cameo by Duck Hunt. I really appreciate that.
Yep,
Even though, I'm going to push up my glasses here, it makes no sense for a character from the second age of the industry to come into a movie with all characters and sources from the first age. This being the first age being 1982 and whatnot, and the second age being 1985.
Yeah, Duck Hunt was
Duck Hunt was on the
game?
NES. This is the same.
Yeah, it was the NES. It was never an arcade.
So it wouldn't have been sent there.
There's
but whatever.
no reason why it should have been there. I'm glad it was. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad Duck Hunt's getting some love, with this and Smash Brothers. But there's no reason he should be there. But I mean, it's better than having nothing, because I like the idea of sending trophies. I like the idea, not the idea including
that they're
a woman.
trophies.
You guys,
not the idea that they're.
Hey, flashing back to our discussion about representation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, we can get into all that bukkake later, but I'm talking about the fact that I like Qbert was cute, and that is.
Why did you
and
talk?
I like.
That was stupid.
Yeah. Why did he talk?
I thought he was adorable.
Go to Wreck-It Ralph for the much better Qbert.
Qbert peeing himself. That is truly.
Although, okay. Now, to be fair, I don't know why he spoke English. I think that was a stupid.
Because they had to have a character communicate something about the aliens. He was just an exposition vehicle. Now,
I know, but it would have been better if he wasn't.
Rush it out. Anyway.
Okay,
I stole that joke. That's not mine.
Yeah, it's not yours. And I like that could have given a great opportunity to have video game characters integrated into the plot. It's too bad that was done poorly.
Yeah, and the aliens never were either. We never saw them or get anything. Like it's.
And then I guess
okay,
also,
guys, in our Phantom edit, we need to include Qbert from Wreck-It Ralph. That's what we need.
Yeah,
to do,
the Qbert of Wreck-It. I was thinking about the Qbert from Wreck-It Ralph.
Much better.
Go watch Wreck-It Ralph
recently.
and
Wreck-It Ralph is a way better movie.
Do that. Like, I'm seriously thinking about just going home and watching Wreck-It Ralph to cleanse myself from this.
Oh my god.
Well,
and I guess also just my last thing that I saw in the movie, what Sean mentioned earlier, there are a lot of fun moments where you see characters that are from past games just sort of doing what they were programmed to do. Pac-Man gets the pellets.
I like that chase scene. That was cool.
Frogger goes through traffic.
That was actually a really funny, subtle visual joke.
Although to be fair,
to be fair,
he doesn't. pixelized cars.
Right,
when
it was
he
just
jumps
really
on
funny.
them.
Like
Oh my God.
for those that haven't seen it and are still listening, like
and then
there was just a shot where all the
Paperboy-
characters were coming out, and he's just like he's jumping across the road, waiting for cars, just like in the
exactly.
game. It was
Oh,
clever.
yeah, no, I was there for that. Apparently, I missed a Mario cameo.
Yeah, he just ran
Yeah,
by.
Mario is in there. Paperboy was in there.
Again,
the
another
chef from
character
Burger
that is
Time.
not a part of that era, and apparently there was supposed to be a post-credit scene with him. But
No. It was the Jumpman. It was the Jumpman Mario,
all right,
not
never mind,
not
never
the
mind.
original. Not
Because
the Super
apparently
Mario
there
Bros.
was supposed to be a Mario cameo at the end of Pixels. Now I don't know why it was taken out, but I can make a few guesses regarding what Nintendo's what's been going on right now, and I'm kind of glad they took it out, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyway, should we move on to the next
Yeah.
category? I kind of want to talk the characters.
Characters.
Yeah. Okay.
So look, guys, Adam Sandler doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Like,
You've
what is
seen the
every-
picture of him
every
at the
line.
Pixels premiere, right? Where he's
what
like,
is there to say? Like he just doesn't do anything.
you can tell this is like he's kind of implementing some of his stand-up stuff, which apparently back in the day was very good. But like how he talks to people, how condescending he is, how
It's just-
like mean-spirited about it, and everything
there
is
are
like.
quite a few mixed
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that he and Kevin James are both like best friends in this because that's kind of they're kind of like the bottom of the barrel right now in terms of comedy.
Yeah,
legends.
look, there's not much to say about his character.
Yeah.
What character was there? Like, it's Adam Sandler. You know what he's gonna do, and it's not a good thing that he does. So
every line he says just has this drawl to
Yeah,
it, where he
it's-
sounds like he just
it's
doesn't
funny
care.
because I'm not giving any emotion.
But it's weird because Happy Madison Productions picked this up. I don't know why he would be so uninterested in doing this movie when his production company was all, we gotta do this. Like, he probably would have said, no, I don't care. I don't want to do that. But at the same time, he's been known to do movies specifically for either the money or just to hang out with people. Like, from what I understand, Grown Ups was just like him getting a bunch of his old friends together and hanging out and also making a movie. So maybe that's why. But
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, just Adam Sandler. Okay, there are some moments where Adam Sandler is funny, and those moments are when he's actually having chemistry with the other actors. A lot of the times, just really for all of these actors, in my opinion, they're good actors. Even Adam Sandler has had his heyday.
Yeah,
You know, he was
Click
a good
is
actor
really
at one
good. Like,
moment.
Click is like really, really good.
How about like Happy Gilmore and The Wedding Singer, and you know, like those movies are really good, and he puts himself into it.
Wait, did
and
he
when
do
he's-
both Happy Madison and Happy Gilmore? Are there two?
Happy
because
Madison?
it's Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison.
Oh,
Happy Madison,
It's a mix.
Oh.
Exactly. That's the name. Whatever.
Okay, I don't know.
When he's like just doing some small wit with Josh Gad, or when he and Kevin James are talking, you know, that's decent stuff because they're friends and they have good chemistry. You know, with them. It's when they have to be borderline around this absolutely moronic and lazy writing when they're just like they're kind of in that drawl where they sound condescending with every line that they say.
What is with Josh Gad's character, by the way? Let's just like what is his deal?
He's the fat nerd.
Josh Gad is so good. I saw him do
He's
Book
so
of Mormon here in L.A. and he was so good. And then he's on this, so whatever. I don't have anything to say about Josh Gad either. But like, there's not much of these characters. There's one actor I do want to talk about.
Dinklage.
Yeah. Do you mind if
Yeah.
I address?
Billy Mitchell. I mean, Fireball.
Do you mind if I'm going to take the floor?
Fire
with-
Blaster, excuse me.
Oh my God, who cares?
I'm just going to take the floor with my good friend Peter here. He was really trying here, I think. But man, you couldn't do much. Like, actually, he had some funny lines that like actually got a, like that's about as much as this movie got out of me.
I don't
What
want
is
to
with-
pay no taxes.
Yeah, what is
No
with
more
his
taxes.
accent, inflection? Like, what is
That's what's
that?
so funny. That was so underdeveloped. It was hilarious because he'd be in the middle talking and be doing that voice that felt so ungenuine, and then he'd just slip into Tyrion. I'm like, oh my god, like
Oh,
Tyrion's
did he?
just oh yeah, he would totally slip into like, and he sounded like Tyrion for like a word. I'm like, oh, Tyrion's here. Oh god, get him
Like,
out.
it's kind of like it's kind of like Dexter from Dexter's Lab, who just has an accent and you're not sure what it is,
Yeah,
but
look,
it's just kind of there.
so-
When his
Peter
entire family doesn't have that accent.
yeah,
either.
exactly. It's like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, same guy. Same with this fire.
I
blaster
want,
Yeah.
fire
like,
type
I
guy.
if Max wasn't watching Game of Thrones, and it's a big spoiler, I want to show him one scene that should have won him an Emmy. I can't remember if it did from season 4, just to be like, look at how amazing of an actor he is, and
No,
how
I don't
like
doubt you. I've seen Game of Thrones. I know he's good.
he's such a good actor. And this was like, and
Is
maybe
it that
he's-
court scene where he's like
Yep.
up in the
Yep.
yeah?
Oh, it's such a good scene. He has his big monologue. It's the best. Anyway, and what's funny is that like he can do comedy. In Elf, he did comedy and he was really funny. This is just a
Oh
bad
God,
script.
Peter Dinklage was an elf.
Yeah,
oh my God,
that was my
I just
first
remembered
exposure to him.
that.
Did not like him, but
Oh,
I
whatever.
don't like Elf, so that's just me.
Oh, it's a good
I like
movie.
Elf, but that was a dumb moment.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ugh.
I'm gonna defend Peter Dinklage by saying, what can you do?
Yeah,
I don't know how he signed
was
on
given
for
a
this.
clear. He was given a clear character. He was the man child.
He was a caricature, yeah.
Yeah, and I
Like
can
that
tell he was
tough
having.
guy.
Gary.
I don't know if he was having fun necessarily with it, but he was just playing it as you probably would play that character. You know, that's just with that weird way of speaking and says those old timey terms like tubular.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I think the whole blockbuster effect is starting to have a negative effect on how blockbusters are made because actors, really good actors, are looking at them like, oh, I don't need to try in these. These don't mean anything. I can just do whatever I want. When in reality, their performances can absolutely save it. So,
I don't know if Dinklage is one of those actors. He seems really dedicated to what he does. I just think this was a bad project
I'm not saying that like they're bad people. It's just like, well, I mean, this stuff is just going to make money. It's not going to get me like any awards, so I might as well just kind of.
And also, it's not
listen. Chris Columbus directed installment to the Harry Potter franchise, a series known for a bunch of really talented actors hamming it up. So, it's.
I mean, look, we're also like I just want to defend Peter Dinklage for a second because like we're talking about
for multiple seconds.
I want another
many seconds.
I want another second. This is a guy who's the main character of Game of Thrones. It's not like he also disrespects nerddom. He's in it so much. He's so deep in nerddom. I don't think this is him phoning it in because the nerds don't care or blockbusters don't care.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I don't know. It was really.
I just think this is a crappy script and not funny. Transition.
Terrible script. Yeah. Wait, I was gonna say. Can I just say I thought the Michelle Monaghan and Adam Sandler, their chemistry wasn't awful.
I think it was
okay.
It was amazing.
The whole thing was
how,
unnecessary, but
it was unnecessary. I wasn't cringing, but I was just so bored, and there were so many moments where I'm like, this just isn't working, and they want it to work so bad, and like, oh, of course he gets the girl in the end. I'm so sick of that.
But they sound like they're friends, though. You can tell that they're friendly with one another, just by the way they talk to each other.
Yeah, but
and I thought it was fine.
It was weird because they tried to keep like. Bringing up like they just kept like addressing movie cliches like they leans in it's like what are you doing? It's like I thought we were having a moment,
but then they did and it was still so forced.
Yeah, well the whole thing feels forced.
Well, yeah, the movie is
bottom. I mean, really.
Okay, can we transition to comedy? Because like it's I said,
what is there to say about comedy other than it wasn't funny? Also, Kevin James was the president, which is weird.
Like it was so funny because they said the president with Kevin James, and I'm like, oh, like of some company or something.
You had a good point about the whole his whole book reading thing. All right, fine. Well,
we're not going to get into that.
It's okay, fine. We'll just say this. We both agreed. That is a parody of something that really
we don't understand what
we don't wear.
Doing.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Anyway.
You'll see it. You'll understand
Here's all I have to say about
Here's
all I have to say about the comedy. There's not like a twist to say about this comedy where it's like, oh, it was very fourth wall. Or like it was just very straightforward comedy. It wasn't that funny. I got a chuckle out of a few lines.
Yeah, there was like one or two.
Yeah, no, seriously. I don't really remember them because the whole movie
there was like one or two out of this 2-hour movie that
but there were
liked.
scenes, and it's not like we're unique here. Like there were like comedy scenes where it was just stay quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, the entire theater was completely quiet, even when... Oh boy.
Yeah.
We had a few kids in the theater.
Yep, there were some kids. And there were kids audibly like 3 times in the movie like, this movie is so good.
So great.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
And like the trailers spoiled it. So like when they were approaching the Pac-Man eating the guy's hand joke.
Okay,
these kids were like, oh, I love this part. I love this part. Like,
there is so much comedy here that does not feel like it belongs in this movie. Do you notice that there are at least 5 or 6 jokes about like just politics and like the president? Do you remember when they're in that like press conference and that guy's saying a bunch of big words and the guy literally just stands up and going, hey, you idiot, you're just using big words to confuse him. I'm like, they are clearly trying to go for something that this movie does not deserve.
Yeah, like, it was so strange.
Yeah.
Look, this was
so
scattered, comedically scattered, and like almost none of it was funny.
It's kind of weird how it was written by one person because it feels like it was written by 15 people.
Yeah,
like we had different.
I could buy that.
We had that weird part where Josh Gad is starting to scream at these other guys. Like
like the movie just comes to a complete halt. Josh Gad yells at people, and then they just continue the scene, and like it wasn't that funny.
Yeah, it was just like
it's not funny.
I can see
so
that.
Many jokes.
I can see that a lot of this, and this is kind of the downside of becoming so like into learning so much about the industry. I can tell a lot of these were like something that you found in the letters of intent from the actors and the writers. Like, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do this. If you want to let me in this movie, and I can see that a lot, especially in the comedy and how Adam Sandler addresses jokes or how Josh Gad gets his own moments. It feels like this was mandated by not the studio but the actors, because if they were going to do this, they wanted their moments to shine, and that kind of didn't help.
Yeah. So. Do you have anything to say about the comedy, Larry? Because like we kind of covered it. It's
I mean, I just like the I don't know why this movie tries to have like sly political humor. It doesn't work, and this movie's far too childish to even try pulling that off.
Yeah.
I think there are so many jokes that are just so stretched out, and they
Yeah.
just go on for. Okay, I knew this instantly. I knew the movie was going to do this all the time. When that first moment where Adam Sandler is just talking to Michelle Monaghan, and he just like, I thought you were going to be that kind of person who was like, and I could just see the taffy being stretched out in front of me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
this
God.
joke
Max
that's
was
happening.
face palming during that first
Wait,
bit.
which part? Yes, there was a part where I took off my 3D glasses and just like
That was
could
them.
not under like I just
It was
could
the
not get
first
through it.
comedic bit of the movie, really.
Yeah.
Like this dedicated comedic bit, and Max was just sitting there, just like, no God.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I was
here we
in
go.
a theater
Strap
with
yourselves
me.
in. It's gonna be a bumpy.
It was
ride.
like it was me, my friend, and that's it. So we had a lot of
wait.
fun. with
You were
with
the
this
only
stuff.
two people in the theater.
Well, this was like a 10:40 show,
Okay.
so like we were
Best
the
times
only
to go
ones.
see a movie because then you're just on your own. You just like
And then eventually, okay, so my friend who works at the movie theater, it was like 35 minutes in. This was around the centipede scene. He just walks in. He's like, "Hey, I'm off duty, but I figured I'd visit
Didn't
you
miss
guys
much.
and watch this movie."
Do you guys have any like any ones for the worst joke in the movie? Like any contenders? Because like there's
Kubert peeing?
yes,
That's
that
pretty
was
high up
pretty
there.
terrible. Centipede starting to dance to the.
Yeah, what was
Oh
that?
yeah, where'd that come
That's
from?
like, oh, we have to let the main character have enough time to come in and save the day. Like, okay, like that was just so weird. And then also
there's-
like, you know, I'm like, who are you? I'm just a loser who likes playing video games. Like, well, thank God for that. That
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
a
well,
punchline.
kids
That was
do
just
not
a
talk
response
like
to a
that.
thing that was
It's
said.
also they had his weird British accent. It was kind of funny.
Oh my God, every British person in this movie is a weird British accent.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Oh, I'm British.
Hey,
Can
Sean
you
Bean
tell
didn't
by
die
my
in
thick
this.
accent?"
Yeah, Sean Bean didn't die in this. He also.
Sean
oh
Bean
my God, there
didn't
are two
die.
Game of
Good for
Thrones
Sean
people.
Bean. Good for
What?
Sean Bean. He didn't die.
Oh my God,
And then
Sean.
the last thing about the comedy.
There are
I
Game
just
of
wanna
Thrones people
point
in
it out.
every movie now. Okay.
Good.
I want to point out one last thing about the comedy. At least, I don't want to give too many merits to this comedy, but at least it wasn't like that's my boy level where like every joke just boils down to either farting or toilet humor or just cursing.
Yeah, like, it just-
At least there was some thought into some
It
of
wasn't
the humor.
all cringeworthy. It just
Yeah.
wasn't. It was just
Funny.
unfunny. Like I
Funny.
was just sitting there. I'm like, you're trying to be funny. I understand. You just made a joke.
I don't think I've ever been to such a. It wasn't a packed movie theater, but there were certainly some shows, and I've never been in a theater where there are so many jokes that are going off and people are not laughing.
Yeah,
there was
I guess-
one guy
yeah.
who laughed at like one Adam Sandler joke in the back. You remember this?
Oh, yeah, it was funny.
And like other than that, it was complete dead air. I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna like look down at them and say, look, they should usually, they usually laugh at this stupid stuff. I just mean that like, even in a crowd of people, you can sometimes laugh at things that aren't actually funny because everybody's laughing at them. Not even here. It
Yeah.
was so dead silent. Not
Look-
even the kids.
Look, the funniest part of this was the Hotel Transylvania 2 trailer.
Yeah, that was.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, and comedy. Do we have anything about plot? Like
It
Yeah, I
wasn't
wanna
about a
mention
dang
something.
thing.
Yeah,
it
there's
was
no
I
theme.
want to. It's not about the theme. I don't care about the theme.
There
There
is
is
no
no
theme.
theme.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly my point.
No,
there's
that's
nothing to
not
discuss
like
there.
inherently bad, but
Hey,
it's
that's
bad
the
here.
second movie this summer that I've said has no theme.
Oh, what are you talking about? Fury Road?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna see that movie
people,
like a
people
month.
People are still praising that movie.
Oh,
that
I know.
haven't.
I'm
by the
I
way.
don't care. I'm gonna be
It's-
seeing that
it's
movie
ridiculous.
when I
It's
open up my
ridiculous.
movie club. It's gonna be the first movie I see, and I'm gonna see it for myself.
we're
and
gonna
I'll
have
tell
a
you guys all
podcast.
about
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh,
All right,
God.
we should do a
Let's not do
podcast. We
that.
should revisit
If
that.
you like it,
okay, so
whatever you want.
my problem, the main thing with the plot is that the stakes are constantly changing and nothing is consistent.
Yeah,
and that
it's
really
just
bothers
like-
me.
The
Do you
rules are
realize?
dumb.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't want to say this because I love video games dearly, but it does kind of feel like a video game inspired plot in that all the plot beats are determined by the action beats.
Yeah.
Plus,
it was just
hey,
like,
yeah.
we need to get to this next action scene. Celebration for
You know
some
what?
terrible comedy.
Let me bring up a few examples that I think are very poignant. The trophies are like they take trophies and they give us trophies, but yet Kubert's a traitor, so like she's not really a trophy. And then the girl, Lady Lisa, is not a trophy, but like,
Never-
she just
well, it
and
doesn't
then
matter.
Kubert becomes Lady Lisa.
It would have been nice to see Duck Hunt Dog.
And then,
again.
like, Peter Dinklage uses a cheat code in real life.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
not only that,
I
but
don't
okay,
know
if
how
we're gonna
that
go all
happened.
like this is like serious video game play, there is no cheat code in either Donkey Kong or Pac-Man arcade cabinets. Maybe in other versions, but not in the arcade cabinets. You would have to mod that stuff. I'm sorry, I know this is really moot point, but it makes no sense to have cheat codes in an arcade game. Like, not even like other movies about arcade games use cheat codes because that's bull crap. what
Also,
Cupid says.
and I just think basically on a bare cinematic level, the reveal doesn't work for that. We have a whole scene where Peter Dinklage just does that stuff and it's not explained, and then we forget, and then suddenly, 20 minutes later, after the gala, we finally see that.
I thought it coming a mile away. Like, the aliens are going to be upset because they broke the rules.
Oh,
I think they were just being kind of like kids, saying, well, you broke rules, so we're going to do it anyway. But no, actually, it's kind of like everything that has happened up to this point is pointless because they're going to invade anyway. Which
it was, the plot's dumb. And I will give it this, it moves okay. The comedy scenes, when it just slows down for Adam Sandler to, stutter and be like, what I meant was, you seem like the kind of woman that, then it doesn't move well.
Actually, I take that back. I don't think this movie moved well at all. I think it was just, cool action set pieces, and then just people talking talking and talking.
It wasn't unbearable. Maybe that's what keeping me from giving it a 2.
Focus on the dang pixels. That's what we want to see. I mean, fine, you have your story with the humans. That's fine. But you don't have to be so abundantly over the humans and not be like, hey, here's some other cool stuff. If we're going to be talking about Pixels, a movie where video game characters made by aliens come down and destroy things, we want to see that a lot. Because that's what I guess it's sort of an expectations thing. So instead, we get a bunch of stuff about relationships and divorce and cinnamon and
who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oof.
It's just they did a thing, then a thing, and then a thing, but then the thing that had nothing to do with the other things, and then things also happened. It was just nothing felt connected
mess.
like a story.
It was
just a narrative, which is just a sequence of events happening. A story is a sequence of events with a underlying.
I use plot as just stuff happening.
Okay,
story or narrative.
That is semantics.
The word narrative I like using. So narrative I wouldn't.
Yeah, narrative's a good word.
Let's just say plot. Plot is just stuff happening.
Yeah.
That was this movie. It wasn't about anything. I mean, it was kind of building to something with the whole invasion, but again, that kind of made the rest of the movie pointless. So
if you can find something to do with pixels in this movie that makes it something about something, I would love to hear it. I couldn't find that in this one.
Same challenge with Mad Max Fury Road.
And we should not go back to that. And that's why
overrated shots fired.
Challenge accepted.
And that's when in my thesis I said this movie doesn't really have much of a love for its source material to begin with. There's no disingenuine stuff going on here as regards to Gen X or nostalgia or anything like that. It was clearly a cash grab, and a big reason I just sort of go with that is because there's no moral. There's no gamers are cool. Don't underestimate us, get out of the past or something like that. Yeah. There's really no conflict except for the bare bones.
It's exactly what you think.
Which is weird because because movies directed by Chris Columbus often beat people over the head with what they mean. So it makes no sense that a movie directed by him in this case would have nothing to say at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Listen, as a director guy, I pay attention to this stuff. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Are we done?
So that's it. Any other additional comments?
No, I think we should just do our final thoughts.
Because this is a short one, guys, and there's a reason for that.
And I don't want to spend any more thought on the movie because
it's really it's just something that happened. We talk about how bad it is, and we move on.
I'm not upset. I just don't. It's
I ain't even mad. It's just bad.
It's just bad. I like that.
Well, I mean, I'm upset that such a great visual idea was wasted.
That's true.
A terrible.
Weirdly
writing.
enough, halfway through this movie, I'm like, if I could remake this, I think I could actually do better.
Yeah, totally.
I think any three of us or anybody with a good sense of story could totally remake this and make it great. But I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to do that because let me ask: is this the worst movie you've seen this year?
Easily.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't see that. We don't talk about that many bad movies.
We don't go out of
our.
I'm sorry, people. We don't go out of our way to see terrible films. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
we're still just people with money that we don't want to spend on things we think look bad.
I mean, we just we usually talk about movies, and honestly, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we don't often go to movies that are panned. We just go to movies that are popular, and a lot of movies we talked about are not really that bad. So maybe that's a good sign.
It's cool that we like the popular movies. Yeah.
So, but whenever something like this comes up, we got to talk about it. So let's wrap things up, Larry.
I still rather would have seen this over Paper Towns. Okay.
Yay.
Oh my
anyway,
gosh! Stop it, you guys. Whatever.
Okay, but before we go,
I'm a high schooler that has a secret to life.
You're acting like somebody with. Never mind.
I hate that. I tweeted about it. Whatever. I hate that.
Okay, before we go, I'm gonna toss it over to Sean very quickly.
Hold on, I want to do our final theses on the movie. Just wrap up.
Final theses.
Okay. Here's our theses. This movie is feces.
Yeah, my theses.
I'm sorry,
is
that was
feces.
terrible. I'm gonna take that back. It's not.
This movie, the movie, it sucks. It's very poorly made. It's another reason why Happy Madison, as I said in the beginning, should just stop making anything resembling art and should just everyone should just disband and work for better companies.
Yeah.
The worst part, as I said earlier, is that there are so many. Not actually, no, that's a lie. There are some very interesting concepts in this film that they waste away on terrible writing, terrible characters, and a plot that has absolutely no stakes with no consistency. Also, there's a woman in this film who's literally a trophy, and that kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
Definitely.
Yeah. Can I say my closing statement next, Sean? I agree. Yours?
Yes. 3 out of 10 for you. I just want to say, yeah, it's a bad movie, but I was able to sit through it. It doesn't have that much of like a ego stroking with video games. So I guess, in effect, it would be, this is a bad movie, but hey, at least it's not the angry video game nerd movie.
Oh, boy. Let's not. Well, I'll be happy to rip that one.
Yeah, I think it's important. It's important to recognize.
I actually think that was that's a good comparison to make, so.
I honestly, you know what? I will acknowledge it here. We could have gotten something far worse.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly. We really could.
I could be
but
upset.
At least there's
I could
the
be
visuals,
angry, but
you
I'm
know?
not. I'm over it. So that's the end.
You could be angry and a video game nerd.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could be very angry.
Let's
video
just
game nerd.
not talk about the movie literally ever again. please.
Okay, so now that we've gotten those, don't see Pixels. That's
Or
the
angry
bottom
video game nerd movie.
line.
Or Mad Max Fury Road.
But I'll go, you guys. We need to go see Trainwreck.
Anyway,
Yeah, we should.
let's pass it over to Sean, who's going to end this episode with reviewing the reviewing. You're hosting Fantasy Movie League. Just
Okay,
do it.
this week,
Do it.
Fantasy Movie League. A bit of an upset win. We've got WoW Finish and Seth at tied for 5 because neither did suggestions, whatever. Movie Fun Time that's Whitley, right? Yes?
No, I
Yes.
believe that's Larry.
But I thought Larry was... Oh.
Yeah.
Huh, Whitley's not here, is he?
No, he's not, John.
Was that I think that's my, in disguise,
Host
way
of
of-
Fantasy Movie League, ladies and gentlemen.
that might be my way in disguise of telling Whitley to join Fantasy Movie League. This has
Oh,
all been
no,
part of my
don't do that.
master
Don't turn
plan.
into that. Come on.
Was it intentional? Was it not? With me, you'll never know. Man of mystery.
We really
Sean
don't.
Capdeville.
Trust
Anyway, Larry came in with 104.6 million. I'm at number 3 with it's a pretty big jump actually from Larry. So he did the worst. 113.7 million. And then Max, you came in with 115.9 million.
Aw,
and
yes.
then the upset win, and I don't mean that negatively, it's pretty much been Max or I haven't won yet, so it's been Max or Larry winning. My mom, Lame Chick Flicks Are Art Cineplex, number 1 with 116.2 million. So just 300,000 above Max for taking the week 10. So congratulations. And we'll see how this next week goes. But
What was her strategy? I want to know. What was her
I
strategy?
don't know. You know what? Let me click on it. Let me see. So this was week 10. Let me go back. She had Pixels, Minions, 3 train wrecks, Inside Out, Jurassic World, and Mr. Holmes.
Fascinating. So she included Pixels.
And it actually
Interesting.
made the most for her.
Are you?
Outside of the
really?
3 train wrecks was a huge win.
Wait.
it looks like.
Wait. But I put Ant-Man on mine. I swear I put Ant-Man on mine. How?
She doesn't have Ant-Man.
But Ant-Man did. All right, whatever.
I don't know.
Good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can go into details later, but for now, let's move on to our upcoming picks. So, Larry, why don't you go first?
Alright, for my picks this week, I'm doing, of course, 1 Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, because that movie's going to do awesome. Then I'm only going to add 1 Vacation, because it is coming out on Wednesday, and I'm not really sure how it's going to fare throughout the weekend. Then I got 2 Ant-Mans, 2 Minions, 1 Inside Out, and 1 Mr. Holmes, because I hear that movie is awesome. And those are my picks.
All right, thanks. You've been pretty quiet the rest of the segment, and I have a weird feeling you're going to be quiet for the rest of the segment we're doing now. Odd. Anyway, Max, what are your picks?
Okay, I've had some empty screens recently, but that's all about to change.
Ooh,
So
we've
I've got a
big
regular
screens.
Blockbuster Cinema, the regular just all summer flicks, none of it all of it relevant stuff. So I got Minions, Trainwreck, Paper Towns, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and 4 Ant-Man screenings.
Whoa.
Yeah, I actually could afford that. This is awesome.
Okay.
I genuinely think I have a good upper hand this time.
Okay, I just kind of went for diversity. I don't know what I was doing. This is kind of one of those weeks where I mean, I think I have a decent idea, but anyway, Mission Impossible I think is going to do really well. So obviously I got to get a Mission Impossible. And then I think Vacation is going to have a strong opening and then dive. So I'm just going to grab one showing this weekend. When kind of that initial wave, I think they'll do good. Minions, I got 2 screenings. I think it's going to hold. Then I have a Trainwreck because it's doing well. A Southpaw because it's a new movie. I think it's Jake Gyllenhaal, whatever. Paper Towns because it's still getting some money, and Inside Out because I love that movie. So those are my 8. That's it for the Fantasy Movie League. Again, head on over to fantasymovieleague.com. Not sponsored, but we welcome it. And look up the league rule thirds if you want to join. The password is cinemattack. No caps, no spaces, just cinemattack.
And it's in cinema tack, like
Don't
not
do that.
not a cinema tack, like a tack
Don't do
that you
that.
put.
You did that last week, and it took up like literally half the podcast.
All right, whatever.
Don't do it.
Literally, Sean.
I
Literally?
counted on my hands, like how many seconds I was counting was half the podcast. Anyway, back to you, suspiciously quiet Larry.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Sean.
Man, I am just so surprised with those results.
I know the results of who was in first and second
I
and
mean,
third.
wow.
Who saw that pick coming from Larry, Max, Sean?
Yeah. Or your parents.
You guys,
Or
you guys
All right,
suck.
let's get out of
really
here. I got some
suck.
In and Out to eat. Let's.
You guys.
Yeah. I know. And I'm looking forward to next week, even
yes.
though I'm actually not looking forward that much. 'Cause
Yes, next week, Sean and Max will be taking
that's
over.
what makes me sad because we're not gonna have you next week, Larry. You're gonna be gone for a while.
I'm gonna.
Are we
be
gonna be able
gone
to even
for a
like
month.
talk to you or what?
Oh yeah, you can still contact me. I mean, I'll have my phone. I won't be like on a computer or anything like that. So, it's okay. I'll still watch movies on my phone every so often, and still stay up to date with the news and all that. But that was Pixels. That was our episode on Pixels. This was fun. I had a good time. Thanks for listening. We appreciate your viewership. Remember, we're all over social media, so look in the description for all that stuff. And your viewer question is not what you thought of Pixels, because that assumes that you actually saw
And
Pixels.
we probably know what you thought.
What movie would you have rather seen this weekend than Pixels?
No. My question is, what is your most fondly remembered arcade game? What is your favorite arcade game? Me personally, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for Dig Dug.
I have so many memories. I'm
Dig
gonna go
Dug.
say, if we're talking about any arcade game, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 went to Mountain Mike's Pizza,
Yeah. Oh, if we're talking
got a
any
slice,
arcade game.
played some MVC 1. That was my freshman year of high school. It was wonderful. What about you? Any of that?
I played one
you,
arcade
Sean?
game in an actual place. It was at a birthday party. It was TMNT Out of Time, whatever.
Oh, Turtles in Time?
Yeah.
With the arcade game of that?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great
That's
game.
really interesting
That's
because
a
that's
great
it.
game.
Because
Anyway, this
you don't
isn't-
see that as much.
Anyway, that's our episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name is Larry.
My name is Sean.
And my name is Max.
And game over.
Yep, game over.
And game over. Ba 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 da da ba da da.